What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is a Raptora. It's completely unfinished. It's just been, water jetted. So it's been shaped, it's been ground, it's been heat treated, hose cut for weight relief. And I've still got a lot of, they're not nowhere near ready. But we're testing HRCs on them. And I have tested on several other of these Raptoras. Just for my own curiosity, I didn't figure you guys wanted to see a bunch of tests, on the same model. But I haven't tested this one yet. I'm going to test it right here, and I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to do the same thing over here, where the handle will cover it. That way, whoever ends up with this knife will end up with a knife where the handle's covering the divot. So, without further ado, I have just we just tested the amygdala, but we'll go ahead and make sure this machine is still reading calibrated, because that's what Jesus would do. Oh, we're going past it. That's the hardest thing in the world for me. It's to line this son of a bitch up while I'm standing to the side of this machine. So we're looking for 63. 63 is our number. If we're not at 63, you'll watch me as I play around with this thing, or you can fast forward it to the end to get your number. But the Raptora, I designed this knife. I wanted an economical model. A lot of people say, I had a few people say, I want an amygdala, I'll buy one. I was like, man, the amygdala was expensive to build. And they're like, that's okay, it's fine. I just want to support you. And I was like, yeah, I appreciate the hell out of that, but I don't want you to buy a knife that costs this much just for supporting me. So this one should be quite a bit cheaper. It's slicey, it's thin, EDC size, about 8 inches, and nice hollow grind on it, man. And some of them are going to go to Setu Dave. This may be one of them. Yeah, and I'll show you that while you see how this grind is kind of parallel with the edge. And then this one isn't so bad. This one isn't so bad, but some of them sweep up real bad. They have a sweep at the nose, and we're just gonna get Dave to regrind those, man. Talk to him about it already. Okay. That's like sitting at 62, but I sit there and let that thing sit forever. Let's try that again. I'll shut up this time. Kind of. I'm gonna run my mouth so you can hear, something going on in the background. The video's not edited for nefarious reasons. But let's go ahead and test this. Yeah, it's 63. Okay, yeah, you just let that thing sit there too long, or not long enough, and it'll read false. So anyway, okay. So we're at 63. Let's check out the Raptora. Like I said, I hadn't tested this one yet. And I do expect to come across a couple that have heat treats that I'm not happy with. That's part of dealing with OEM, right? You're, going through quality control is my responsibility. And I don't want to put out anything that doesn't meet my standards. So every single one of them will be tested. But man, that'd be a boring video if I did 20 of them back to back. All right. I think we're through moving. It's 59.5. Yeah, I think. I'm gonna zoom in. Yeah, it's 59.5. Always keep in mind that no matter who you're seeing, do these videos, there's always variances. There's always variables. Between my block and my machine, we could be 2.5 points off. And that sounds like a lot, especially for this day and age when we're ready to crucify somebody over a half a point or a point. And, you know, technology hasn't offered us a better way. You know, anybody ever says, hey man, like if I was to tell you this knife is 100%, I guarantee this knife is at 59.5. That would make me a liar, because it could go either way. You know, it's a 2.5 point variable either way. So that's like the true spread on this machine that I would have to give you would be 55 to 62.5 or 63. You know, whatever, because it could go 5 points either way. So 5 points below 59.5, 5 points above. I'm sorry, 2.5 points either way. 2.5 points below 59.5. So that'd be 56, and no, it'd be 57. Yeah, so it'd be 57 to 61.5, right? Or 62 even. So like, you know, just so 57 to 62 even would be my range if I was going to be truthful. There's unfortunately not a lot of machines out there that offer better tolerances and variances, and it doesn't matter how much money you spend. So just keep that in mind. And I'm only going through the spill right now because I know you've seen it on a few videos. If you watch all my videos, I'm going through it right now because there's a lot of the same resurfacing questions, and I'm constantly finding myself reiterating myself in inbox and comments, and that's fine. But like, the information that you need is that it doesn't matter who's doing the test. If they say they guarantee this knife to be 62.5, they're a liar, and they might not be meaning to be. You know, they may just not know. But there's variances in all these machines. There's variance in all the blocks. But like, my opinion about these blocks, and I'm going to say this again. I said it in the middle of the video. But this block has a 0.5 point variance. And it's one of the best blocks you can buy, like on the market, right? It's not a cheap block. I think it's about 150 bucks. But and it's certified, you know, certification number. But there's blocks out there that are certified, that'll have a certification number, that offer a variance of 5 points. It's like, it'll say, instead of saying 63 HRC right up here, it'll say 55 to 60 HRC. What the hell are you going to do with that? Especially with the community that demands, you know, precision within a 0.5 point to 2 points, right? So even with the tools that I have, I still can't give you what you're asking for. You know, what you're asking for, what a lot of people are asking for is verification within a, they're saying it's okay to have a spread 61 to 63. But if that knife maker makes it at 61 to 63 and it tests 61 to 63 on his machine, it doesn't mean that his, you know, in between the indenter, the block, and the machine itself, that my indenter, block, and machine itself isn't going to read 59. And that didn't make either one of us a liar. You know what I mean? Because we're giving you everything we can with today's technology in mind. One day, I hope they make a machine that's very precise. But it doesn't exist yet. And you can spend $10,000 on a machine, or you can spend $1,500 on a machine, or you can buy one of those things that one dude has. It's a lead tester, and those lead testers you can get for a couple $100 off of Amazon, and they are horribly inaccurate. You know, like, and I'm still not saying that that guy's doing anything nefarious, but his machine, you know, like, he'll poke it 5 times, and then he gives you an average, and like, so this is at 57.8. Not a big fan of that, because he knows, he stated that his block has a variance and variables, and you know, the tolerances aren't tight enough to be able to make a claim like that. If all 5 of his pokes were we're off by 5, then he still doesn't have a leg to stand on. So there's nobody on the face of the earth that can prove or disprove what I'm saying. Not yet. I mean, not until we start using a more accurate measurement system for Rockwell, or we'll have to dismiss Rockwell. It'll be called something else. There are a couple of other methods out there that are more accurate for metal testing, but unfortunately Rockwell is still the community standard. It's the standard we've been going by for 50 years, and I think it might be time that we do away with the Rockwell test and pick up another system. Brentel's system I don't think is as accurate as Rockwell, but the other one, which I should know, I believe it starts with L, I believe is way more accurate than Rockwell. But seeing how this is the community standard and this is the number that you're looking for, do know that you're not really looking for an accurate number. Guys, have a good one. We'll catch you on the flip side.